Hi, my name is Kaylee Smith, and this is Group 5's video project for IST 110 on carbon capture and storage. Carbon capture and storage is a technology that removes carbon dioxide from coal or gas-burning power plants to be stored in either the ocean or geological foundations. It is a way to reduce carbon dioxide emissions by transporting the emissions into a safe storage as opposed to just releasing the emissions into the atmosphere. Carbon capture and storage has the potential to be a huge part of slowing down the rate of climate change. Many technological advances have been recently made with carbon capture and storage and continue to develop. There's a lot to be known about CCS, and we are going to dive into its history, its uses, how it works, and why more people should use it. Dylan will now get into the detail about the history of CCS.
Thank you, Kaylee. The concept of CCS technology has been present for years, but its first practical application was at the Sleipner gas fields in the sea near Norway in 1996. The Sleipner field, depicted here, was placed under a carbon tax by the Norwegian government, leading to the company in charge of the field seeking to reduce its carbon footprint. This resulted in the creation of deep-sea aquifers, which are used to store carbon dioxide waste. This represents the first major use of CCS technology. Following the success of Sleipner, many groups expanded their research of CCS technology. The leader of this research is the Carbon Capture and Sequestration Technologies program at MIT. Despite this research, the U.S. government did not approve further funding until the FutureGen project in 2003. FutureGen was a project by the U.S. government to create a coal power plant that utilized up-to-date CCS technology to have a near-zero carbon footprint. By 2005, technology had reached the point where it could be actively utilized, but was held back by lack of treaties and technology sharing arrangements coupled with prohibitive costs. By 2008, many new acts had been created. The United Kingdom passed an energy bill to reduce emissions by 90%, and Germany unveiled the first clean coal power plant. It is during this time period that scientists developed carbon dioxide binding organic liquids, or CO2 BOLs, one of which is depicted here. CO2 BOLs are able to contain double the amount of carbon dioxide as other technologies at the time. These represent massive boosts to CCS technology. Currently, there are 17 ongoing CCS projects in the world. There is one primary use of CCS technology, and that is to reduce the carbon footprint of power plants and large sources of CO2, like cement plants. CCS technology allows plants and factories to reduce their footprint by as much as 90% by storing carbon dioxide in areas besides the atmosphere. This represents a huge step forward for clean technology and provides greater hope for a cleaner future. Now, Mohsen will go over how CCS technology works.
Thank you, Dylan. In this slide, I will be talking about how carbon capture and storage technology works. There are essentially 3 steps. The first step is that this technology works to capture carbon dioxide. The second step would be transporting the captured carbon dioxide, and the third step is to store that carbon dioxide underground in depleted oil and gas fields or in deep saline aquifer formation. In the first step, carbon capture technology processes the separation of carbon dioxide from gases that are produced by one of 3 means: pre-combustion capture, post-combustion capture, and oxy-fuel combustion. The second step is to transport the processed carbon dioxide through transportation means of pipeline or ship for storage. The process and technology that is utilized in the pipeline transportation are the same process that are used for transporting natural gas, oil, and many other fluids. Carbon dioxide is also transported by road tanker, ship, and pipeline. The third and final step is to analyze and store the processed carbon dioxide into carefully selected geological rock formation that are typically located several kilometers below the Earth's surface. Now I would like to pass it off to John, who will talk more about why people should use this carbon capture and storage technology.
Hi, my name is John Langford, and today I'll be talking to you about why more people should use carbon capture and storage technology. Carbon dioxide is a heat-trapping greenhouse gas, which negatively affects the environment by heating up global temperature. Many experts argue that CCS is necessary. With this technology implemented, coal could continue to provide much of the world's energy supply well into this century, while contributing very little greenhouse warming. Many scientists believe that there is room underground in certain types of rocks in which the CO2 could be stored, although some of those sites may not be conveniently located. With further development, CCS may even become one of the few carbon technologies that can be used in a carbon negative mode, actually removing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Widespread use can reduce 19% in CO2 emissions by 2050.